Hey guys, me again. Now, I've definitely made sure I've got my mic on this time, so you should be able to hear me, which is good. This stream's definitely not going to be as long as yesterday, because it's quite late to start this already, but I said I would do it, and I want to, so here we are. So yeah, if you didn't tune in yesterday, here is what I am working on currently. It's, I suppose, like it's technically a gauntlet. I refer to it as a gauntlet, but it's basically a armor piece that put it back a bit. That's better. Okay, so you can sort of see what I'm doing. I'll push that back a bit. There we go. See the chair. Okay, so I don't think I want to get as much done as I would have liked if I had started earlier, but I had to like make dinner and things like that. So, and I went to see a friend today, so yeah. But yeah. So again, if you didn't tune in, but this is going to have a couple of pieces. So this is the main bit of it, and I know you can still see from this, but this is going to be covered by a armor piece, so you're not going to see that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put like fasteners on here at some point and have that bit detachable. Just because it makes it can come off as it is. Like, I can take this on and off with no issue, but yeah, in order to do that, I had to make this less, like, not as tight. So, which is where I thought having a detachable piece would be better. But yeah, but considering so far, I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm just trying to think. Today, I'm trying doing a bit more of the pattern. So I got my pattern here. I got my piece that I cut out yesterday, and now I'm going to do some more bits. So I must say I am nervous by doing this because it's my first time working with EVA foam, and it's not. I wouldn't say it's like overly difficult, but you do kind of have to know what you're doing. So yeah, just bring it up on here. Tweet's been posted. Okay. Here we go. Come on. Turn that down. There we go. Okay, so just trying to think what the next course of action is, because this is the main bit. So and it's slightly longer than I would like, or than it should be, I suppose. It's going to sit under the fur on the front bit, so yeah, and it will wrap around there. So yeah, this is what this is going to sit on, and it is longer, so I think it will just come up to where the thing is on here. So, and so it's got two bits. So as you can see from this very rough template, so the armor kind of is like dragon scales, I suppose. So I'm gonna do them individually, which is going to be fun. But then it's got another, like, the framework bit. Probably good to have reference image up as I do that. Let's see, that's the one. And this one. Okay, play some tunes again. Don't know why I've got the song like the Hawaiian song from Lilo and Stitch in my head, but it's quite catchy, so this is going to be loud. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, I left it at the same volume. Yeah, good. Let's just find another one. Oh, this one's a killer. Okay, we'll stick with that. Very somber music. Okay, so God, I'm scared to like cut anything out, honestly. So right, first of all, decide which side this is going on. Well, you won't see any of that, will you? Okay, so first, that's probably a good idea. So mark this as the front. Is my pen gone? There. Because this will all be covered anyway, so it's alright if I. Right, so need to sort of mark where the dragon scales will go. Where's my tape measure? Ah, I got a ruler this time. But I also have. Oh, I had it. Where is it? Because I thought I'd lost my tape measure, but it decided to make a reappearance, and I haven't lost it again. Okay. Right, so that is just slightly over an inch that way, and an inch that way. Okay, so if I just pull this along a bit, and then that is just over an inch, and then this should be. So that's an inch and a half. So. Oh no, that is an inch. That's exactly an inch. And this one is by a hair's breadth, I think you call it, just over an inch. But I'm happy with that, so I'll just mark that. Tell you what, I'll just take inch there. So it's got to be an inch all the way down. Okay. God, this song brings back some memories. So this is from Full Moon Woes Sagashite. I think I said that so badly, and I'm always sorry for that. And this, I remember, was one of the only mangas they had at my school. I remember continuously reading just the one, and I just remember it being about a girl who had, I believe, like throat cancer or something. With that, I mean, I know the story, but at the time I was a bit like, oh, so this is an interesting story. And I never read any more than that. And then it's only when I discovered the anime, and I was definitely more into it at the time. I used to remember being like utterly amazed at how well she could sing. I can't find the marks anymore. There we go. Pen actually shows up a lot more than I thought it would on here. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if you can see very well on there, but there's the marks there. So all this will be dragon scale. But like I say, they'll be put on individually afterwards. I don't know whether just to start making patterns for those. Because I did actually, because I was looking, what was it? I was looking for dragon scale material, I think, at one point. And I found someone, it was on Etsy, and someone was actually doing like foam, like cutouts of dragon scales. But I was just worried that for one, weren't going to be the right size, and also I'd much prefer not to pay out for dragon scales when I can buy loads of foam and do it that way. Oh, bad apple! I love this thing. I'm not sure though, because I mean the way I've kind of drawn it on here, although it's not great, is I had the idea of the scales kind of being the same size, but I don't know whether maybe to make it a bit more interesting, because obviously dragon scales you'd think wouldn't all be the same size. So I'm not sure. And you think, oh, you've got enough foam for that, but it's like I don't really want to waste foam. Oh, I've got extra juice to keep me going. I might extend this to about 12. Was that what I did last time? I think I did. Maybe just past 12 then, depending on how things go. But I would like to get somewhere. Okay, so it's probably a good idea. Actually, just need some reference imaging quick. Oh no. I was thinking, do I need like something to cover the bit, but that will be covered by the fur, so that's not an issue. All right, I'm going to need to start from the flat bit so that will be in line. So the scales will just go on like that. I think, and I'll give them like more shape and all that. It's just determining how many I need, really. Unless, I don't think that's going to work. Unless I cut out a bit of foam to this size and then draw the pattern on like that, cut them out like that. The only thing is that my Stanley knife for this isn't great. So I'd have to use scissors, and that might not work so well. And then by the time I finish sanding them and all that, they could come out looking quite different. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I might have to get some templates actually for that. Okay. Oh, well, as we say, just making it up as we go along. Right. So I suppose I could start with like the top scales. Just have a look, because like actually on the reference, well, like I said before, the official art, they're like all different versions. Like one you can't even see it's just the underside, which is good. Like, you know, nice to see that as well. But then the other one where you can see all is so different. Like the whole, and it is official art by the official artist, and I'm just a bit like, I don't know what's right and what's wrong. And then there's one that's just utterly different. It's like I said, it's got more of a rounded shape and like more risen piece than it being round the arm. And they even look more like, they don't look like dragon scales. It looks more like a turtle shell. So I don't know what's up with that. But where's that? Oh no, don't play this song. Too many fills. Too many fills. I don't need that. Excuse me. Right. I suppose we'll just go with this one. Because alright, so in this official piece, the scales look flat. But I think I would prefer to have a bit more texture. Because if they're real dragon scales, they'd you know, theoretically, if dragons were real creatures, they would like overlap and be risen. But suppose that also runs the risk of them possibly being knocked off, but that isn't the end of the world in all honesty. So let's just go with that. I've just thought the bits on the sides are, there is framework, but there's a slightly risen piece as well. Oh, I don't bloody know. I'm trying to like, I mean, I should go with what I want to do, but it's a bit like, I'm not too sure, so I'm just following like the actual art piece. But I think you need a bit more of your own like initiative with this. So you know what? We are just going to go with that. Okay, just going to draw like 100 dragon scales. It's just like, what size do you do them as well? That's the only problem. Alright, actually, before I do that, I will cut this bit to the size. I'll need more than this anyway, but if I can just take this scrap off. Okay, down here as well. There we go, so now I've got a nice clean edge, and it's, I find with foam it is always good to have like scrap pieces, because then you never waste anything. So actually that very poorly cut edge, you know what, we're gonna just do it like that. We won't have to cut much off, just so that they follow the shape. Now I keep hitting snags. Because then if this is going to be a curved piece, if the scales are already on, is that will probably cause an issue, won't it? Like if they're on there flat, then you curve it, they're gonna curve with it. Damn. In which case, it's probably an idea to curve this more to shape. You know what? We're just gonna go with it, because I'm sure I can do. I think what I could do actually, if I literally just draw and cut out the scales, then I could be able to fold this and then put them on that way, rather than stressing about that right now. Oh my god. And worst comes to worst, if I do them, I can probably always modify them. So we're just gonna go. Alright, I know this is gonna sound so, shouldn't be necessary, but I'm actually gonna look up what dragon scales look like. Because you think, because doing them really curved, that's more like fish scales, but then dragon scales probably a bit more pointed. But, you know, for me. Okay. Oh, they do vary. Now, there's one here, they look quite very, very different. Okay, we'll just draw random shapes and hope they turn out all right. So, where do I start? I don't know how big to make them really either, so I suppose varied shapes would be a good idea. So, just so you know, can see what I'm doing. I'm going to make them so that like they are attached rather than separately, because I might not cut them out now. I might wait to get a better Stanley knife, or try and find my other one, because I had a big one that was actually useful. Because then, sorry, I keep hitting the mic. See, this is why I keep running into like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Because if I did actually cut out a piece to this size and then drew the scales on that way, I would know how much space I'm dealing with. Whereas if it's kind of random, it's, I think, harder to like fit them together. But I don't really want to cut out another big bit of foam, and then we just had this song. Okay. Okay, we'll just because I think I've got enough foam. I'll use these scrap pieces, and if it turns out that doesn't work, then. But what I will do, I'll just quickly. Actually, God, the more I keep looking at this, because if I did cut a piece out to size, I would know how far to go with them. God, why is this got to be? I don't really should be doing this because my brain just overthinks everything. You know what? Forget it. We're just going to go with try and use up the scrap pieces, and then if that doesn't work, we know for next time. What is that reference picture? There we go. We'll try and roughly do them the same size. Thing is, they're not meant to be perfect, are they? So. That's annoying me. Trying to vary it up a bit. So if I make these my top ones. Hearing random noises in my house. It's not like I'm alone. It's not like they're not coming from someone, but it's still a bit disconcerting. So, like I did say before, this was meant to be like a secret project, and by all accounts, I think it still is. Because only people who watch the stream know, and then there's only like one friend I've like officially told. And unless you watch like right to the end of the last stream, if you literally just want to know what it is. But I will be putting like work in progress pictures up on Instagram when I have a few more. Yeah, I think I prefer this a bit more random rather than. So that's what we got so far. So just continue with that. Some will be like quite big. Yeah, this is very random, but I think I prefer it. I suppose it doesn't matter if they slightly go over. So I might use this as just like an experimental piece, actually. So what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to try and cut them out with Caesars? With Caesars? Bit of my Russian heritage came out there. I'm not Russian, I'm sorry. Uh, yeah, no, I'll try and cut them out with scissors, and if that really doesn't work, then I know. Oh, actually, I've got a slightly smaller pair of scissors that'd be quite good. They're upstairs. Oh, and I don't want to go and get them because I'm lazy bean. Okay. Obviously, we need way more than that, but that's kind of the gist. Because, actually, okay, I think I have done this wrong. Okay, I'm going to flip this, whip it over. Okay, because what I wanted to overlap them, but by doing them like that, they are like there's no bit that can go under between them. If that makes any sense. So it's best to do them really individually. Okay, doing that then. That's the thing, with this, it's trial and error all the way through. So just got to go with it. And if you've done something wrong, you just got to try and find a way to fix it. Thankfully, like I'm not at the stage where I feel that any major changes need to be made. So, all right, I'm just going to try cutting them out as they are. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this is I will sand this down so it's definitely more curved. Oh god, there's going to be a lot of stuff to sand. Okay. But you can see already, like, if I just put that there, that's already risen up. And then if I do a bit more sanding and that to it, I wonder if I could just use, because I was going to use my Dremel, which would probably be a better result, but I feel like maybe I could just use some sandpaper. We'll see. The hell is this? Oh, Vocaloid. Oh, don't want that. It's actually starting to hurt my head now. Ah, that's better. Okay. We've got the one of many. Oh, fuck. But you think you've gone far enough, but then you haven't. Okay. Okay. Getting better now. Be a good idea actually if I line them up. Just trying to think if I. Yeah, definitely need to sand them and get them to look a lot better. Okay, so that's one row that fits on quite nicely actually. Okay, we could do with a tiny one in there. Okay. I'm gonna have to definitely try and remember which ones go where. Because actually, when you think about it, you probably have to work from the tape measure to the runner, from the bottom to the top, because that way they'll overlap better. I don't know whether I want the scales coming slightly over. No, because they'll. I think so. you would see them, but I think I'd rather have them just come up to the end. So in which case it's probably a good idea to do this as it goes. So like cut them out, sand them, do them that way. Well, that's going to be a long process, but we'll start a bit now. Might just be an idea, just cut out loads and then try and fit them in like that. Because that way it looks more random. Probably could have used thinner foam for this actually, because this is a 5mm. But I suppose it gives the scales a bit more of a bulk. Okay. Keep hitting the mic, don't move any favours. I didn't like this ending. Why is this here? Oh, my head. Oh yeah. Got some Boccano now. Seriously, this is like the music that just gets you motivated to do stuff. What I might do, I might put this aside and start working on my other thing. Because this probably is going to have to wait. Something buzzed. Yeah, this stream definitely won't be near enough as long as the other one. But like I said, I think it's good to kind of see all the process I'm doing. So, oh god, sorry, I've got to watch. This is the opening, and there's a great scene with Bakugo. God, do you know how many times I actually say Boccano when I'm trying to say Bakugo? That's why I prefer to miss Card Jump most of the time. Is it this one? It does like really like cool acrobatics. No, it's not this one. Oh, it's another one. Oh, wait, is that... Yeah, it's not the day. It's might be peace sign, possibly. Can you tell how much I love Boku no Hero? Okay. Just trying to see what to do now. Right. So I'm going to show you what else I'm working on, and it's really, really rough. So, as well as for this cosplay, the character is a dragon, like hybrid, if that gives anything away, if you didn't watch the last one. And basically, I'd like the wings to have a very, very... so it's got to have wings and tails and horns, because dragon hybrid. But I want it so that the wings can ever so slightly move, and this is a very, very rough prototype, by the way. And it's a very simple mechanism. So this is a very rough detail of the wing. And I actually think it's... So this would be like at the front, and I want to use like sort of fish wire. But what you do, so that's it closed, and then it will come out like that. So not very far, and like there'll be like material for the wing and everything. So, and I'll have it so that, you know, it'll probably be obviously in rest mode most of the time. But I might have a system where I can maybe lock it so that it stays out, because this would be like attached like down through, so I could pull it with my hand. Yeah, so this is the very, very rough. It's a very basic wing. So these bits would all be foam, and then there would be another like membrane bit, but it would be on the fabric so that moves with the wing. So it's not, because if I had another one here, that would, like if it's in rest mode, it would like kind of stick out there, which would be weird. So yeah, we've got two there, and then it would just come out like that. And it does look weird without the third membrane there. So, and like I said, this is a very rough prototype, so I had to cut this off and put it back on, because I had to see, because they have to be two separate pieces, and I've got a nail making it possible for it to move at the moment. And then it would weave through the top and move like that. And that's hoping. Like I say, it's a very simple mechanism, but I can see it going wrong in so many ways. So, just trying to think. Yeah, that has to be all one piece, so might do. And this is like the bit, and this would go down the back. I've not figured out as of yet how to have it like secure on my back. I could probably make like a small harness or something. But like, I'm trying to do this one step at a time and try not to get too ahead of myself. I'll just pull that out. But you get the idea. And I've looked at a lot of tutorials, because like they're for just that simple mechanism, people have used like sort of high-end like hydraulics and things like that, but obviously string or wire will work just as well to get it to move. So now I actually think I might need to switch to the 10 for this. Oh no, I wanted this because I need to make two of each, because in order for the fabric to be in between the wing, I have it so there's two pieces, so it will go between that. That makes sense. I know what I'm talking about. Right, that's not flat, so I need to move that. Sorry, I'm going way off camera. So this is the front. Yep. So really, actually, technically I need 4 of these if I'm doing like 2 wings. So, but again, I don't know whether to. I should probably try and just make 1 and see how that turns out, and then go for the second one instead of making it too complicated. Yeah, because there are meant to be weapons with this as well, but I'll see how because I've got to make a tail as well, and you think that wouldn't be too difficult, but I've never made a tail out of foam before, so I'm not too sure how to do that. So yeah, we'll just try and make it up as I go along. I want the crunch coming up to con. I want it to be like literally like last detail bits. I don't want any like major things need doing. So like there's still some alterations I've got to make to the costume itself. But that literally includes sewing, folding, and cutting, like which won't take long at all. But in terms of actually making stuff, it's probably a good idea to get that sorted now. Oh, I was going to get my other Stanley knife. Damn it. Okay, so theoretically, the next one's got to be like that. Trying to think of the best way to do it without wasting foam. probably like that, I'd say. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, that's back. So just do that. Okay, so this is for the right wing. Yeah, so front, right. Like I say, it's just got to make sure I don't rush anything and make mistakes, because that'll be a new thing. Because you think, like, it's like trying to work on that arm piece. Like, you think you've got it figured, and then it's only when you get onto it you're like, there are quite a few issues I didn't think about. But this is what I love about all this. Like, you complain about it, but trying to figure out things like that. And like, I wanted to challenge myself with this. So like, this whole moving mechanism thing, very basic, I know, but that's also very good. Okay, so this is back, right? So I don't know if I should just cut it out, because if I'm dremeling it, because I didn't want them to be too thick either. Like, I think it'd be better. And I'm not really too worried about like seams and that, because it's not going to be in any way that you'll see it, I would think. But if it comes to it, I'll buy some like Mod Podge or something like that. But I think that is the stuff you used, or something like that. Do I just go for it, or maybe I'll cut this one out, and then if it doesn't turn out so well, I can Stanley knife the other one. So maybe I should have given it just a slight. I'm just going to give it ever so slight more allowance. Because I didn't want it to be like dead straight, because obviously dragons wouldn't have dead straight lines on their wings. This could end badly. Yeah, so I've just given it a tiny bit more allowance, just in case I want to make shapes of that out of it. But I won't do that until it's secured together. So you have one piece. Oh, and I also don't forget to put a bit of wire in there, just to give it a bit more secureness, because that, like, as it is a bit flimsy. So I've gone quiet, just trying to concentrate here. Oh god, this song. I saw this like an AMV for this for Boccano, and I was like, yes, they are history. They are going to make history. They are history. That's not what I meant to say. Darkness when you believe in yourself, you're unstoppable. I'd like to think if I mess this up, I have enough time and means to do this, because it's funny. I was just talking about time crunch, and I looked at the date today, and in theory, I don't really have much time left. And I was thinking, oh, I've got time. It's like, not really. Okay, so that's the front. Yeah, they're not exact, but like I say, once I get the Dremel on there, and it's slightly thicker now. So once I get the Dremel on there, they should. So yeah, so basically I'd stick the fabric inside there so you can't see that, and then seal it like that. Before I do that though, it's probably a good idea to measure out some wire to put in. Yeah, that should be fine, I think. And that's it, like little details, I feel like I won't worry about them too much. I'm more worried at this point about it actually working. Actually, if I do it like that, that's better. That's better. That's so much better. I was like, haha. Right, okay. Okay. Yeah, because there was some curvature that wasn't working, so okay. So this is the right wing. So that will go like, so you could just about see the top bit, and then you'll have the bit that goes off. Because I didn't want them to be huge. I think nice little wings will be quite cute. And also, he's meant to be a hybrid, so theoretically, they're not meant to be big. It's time quarter to 10. Okay. I might just focus on the one. In which case, where's right? I need to think about this before I rush into this, because so the hole's at the top. Because oh god, this is a skit. Back when I was really into Helsing, not that I'm not anymore, but like really into it. Oh, I love this song. Love this song. Okay, so just for argument's sake, we'll put it that way. Okay. Right, I'm going to have to mark out where the hole is on this. Otherwise. I still don't know what I'm going to have in there to make the hinge bit. Right. I might not be able to get it off work if it's a weekend. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I'll have to. Yeah, I'll have to get it off work. But yeah, yeah. Go for it. Yeah, go for it. Do you have to pay now? Okay. Well, I could pay you on Monday if you really want it ASAP. Don't know how much of that you heard. Could use one of those. No. So it might be good just to use a nail. I've got one here. Put that in. You probably wouldn't notice. And then clip the end, glue it into place. But just make sure that because it will be on the outside, so just hit myself in the face. So I'm just trying to see. Okay, you won't really see the top. I can round that off actually. I'll round that off a bit. But the idea is when it's resting, you're not meant to see the bit at the back. Tiny corner you can just about see, but and that's kind of like its limit. I'm sure there was a way to like, because otherwise you could go a bit crazy. Oh no, it was by the length of the string. So however far up down you pull it, you can. Okay. So yeah, they would be like that naturally, and then those two bits. Yeah, because that needed to go with that. So yeah, okay, that is one piece. Okay. Don't drop the nail because that could end badly for everyone. Okay. Put that aside for a sec. I'm going to move the gauntlet piece because these are getting in the way. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Like I've got till Sunday to kind of sort all this stuff out because, like I said, I'm in my dining room at the moment, and my mother is not going to appreciate all this mess when she gets back, and she'll definitely let me know about it. Right, got to try and do this and keep it in place. Oh, God, this is so much more difficult now. Okay, that could have gone a lot worse. Okay. Only thing I don't know, because the claw on top, I did kind of want to be round. I'm sure I can figure that out. Don't want to make it too thin in any places, otherwise that could look a bit weird. Might throw this away actually, because there's a nick. Some scrap pieces. Scrap as well. Right, I've got to remember to flip this, otherwise. Okay. Love this song as well. I might actually try and do a bit of this tomorrow during the day, because then I'll probably have more time to. I'd rather like done this now and then. Excuse me. Because with the tail, I was thinking of doing it in foam, like have it the cylinder shape, and then possibly having wire through it. Because I don't want it very big, but I want it like so it's. Because it's probably going to have to be thin at the top, and then around like that. And it will bend in place. Probably have to actually it would have to be straight because if they bend around like that. Okay. I'm trying to work these problems out now. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly go on. Ooh, someone else live? there a way you can... I don't think there's a way you can pause the stream, is there? Okay. Oh shit, I did not recognize them. Sorry, it's just like one of my cosplay senpais did a cos test, and I honestly did not just recognize them until I saw the name. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly go get my other Stanley knife, because then I can probably cut this bit out and do that. But I will be back. 1 sec. So, I'm supposed to be so prepared for these, but apparently not. Back again. Oh, right. I'm really baffled at where my other... Oh, shit, this one's... Can I have nothing? Seriously, it's got no stopper bit. But you know what? We're going to work with it, because I can't be asked to try and find another one, because I actually don't think I own another one. Alright, where's the best to start? Okay, you know what? That's actually not working, so frick it, I'm going to use my scissors. I tried. That's alright, and I spent on... I finally find your love. Don't be afraid, I'm with you, and we can fly away. Go and see that your desire will be granted again. Trouble life. When problem you will see will not be too hard. When you walk beside. Sorry, I'm obscuring everything here. But yeah, just trying to get along there. Okay, just this last bit here. Okay, this one bit. Right, so that was the way up, so we want this way now, don't we? Trying to think of the best way to do this. Again, without too many scrap. Ah, there we go. I think that'll work. Right, hang on. That's... Oh, no, it's got to be the other way. Okay, this is going to be annoying because it's got to be that way, so... Unless... Yeah, there we go. I think that'll do a lot better. I don't know, you know. Wait. Oh god, I was so early. I got a bit too excited. What's the best way to do it? I really don't want to use a lot, like, for scrap, but it needs to be that way. Or... Oh, it's such an awkward shape. Because like, if I put it dead in the middle, that is so much waste. But I've got to try and find the best way. You know what? I think probably best up here. Okay. Trying to keep it as steady as possible. God, it's so hard when you're trying to concentrate. It's like I can't really think of what I'm saying, what to say. I have to say, if this doesn't work, because the dragon bit was something extra I decided to add. But if that doesn't work, I might just make the weapons. But I'd rather, like I say, try and make it work, and at least say like I tried, rather than being like, no, I couldn't. I didn't even bother. It's like someone says, oh, I thought you were doing this. It's like, oh, it was too difficult. It's like, oh, what happened? It's like, I didn't even try. Nice. Okay. So this is the. I suppose it doesn't matter if it's back or front, really. I'll just say it's the. Oh wait, no. If it's. So if this is the right, then that's got to be the front bit, hasn't it? Yeah. So. Just say. Front. Right. Either that or. Oh, hang on. Okay, I might do it that way. I love this mug so much. Because whether it means to or not, if you've got a lot in there, it tends to keep the tea quite warm for a while. Sorry, you're scaring the way for a second. Because you should do this in a way where people can actually see what you're doing. But I think we've established by now I am not a professional. Because I am one of these people, I will admit, that tends to really do rush into things without really thinking them through. So I think, I don't really need to think about it, and then I encounter all these issues. And then it's like, that's why I should have thought it through, perhaps. It's like this stream, just as a prime example. I could have probably taken the time to see if I could set up another camera, get some good, like, actual footage, and actually maybe have more of a plan of what I'm doing. But oh, right, I was thinking, what the hell is that? Okay, almost there. Let's see how out of shape that is compared to the other one. Okay, quite a bit. Okay, that's all right though. We can easily make that. How did that? Okay, for some reason that bit at the end has ended up longer. It might have moved a bit actually. That can all be dremeled to shape, so. Right, so just come here quickly. Right, so it's that side. I'll go this way. So I don't know whether to have that slightly open and have that go in there. Because that bulks it up a bit. But then I don't know how it would fare in movement. A nail might be a good idea actually, because I could probably cover over it. Okay, so just so that's marked out. Right, just as a test. Okay. Right. So if that was. Or maybe. I don't know if I need to actually. So. This is all very experimental at this stage, so. Yeah, so I'll just have to round out that corner there. But if I. Because if I make that come together. Because that could work, I think. If I had a. like that, and then because what I could do if I have it like that, and then I could make a cone bit to put on top there. Cause oh, excuse me. Hello. What's that? I'm good. How are you? Oh yeah. 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 What did you say? I didn't really catch up. Oh, all right. That's good. All right. Oh, really? Wow. Damn. Damn. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, that's good. No. Uh huh. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh God. Oh no. Yeah. As you do. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Mm. Yeah, that's just as well. Mm. Oh, that's alright then. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh. Alright. Wow. Mm. Mm. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in this week. I've got, no, I've got work tomorrow and Saturday, and that's it. Mhm. Mm. Time to. Oh, don't. No, don't worry about it. Like, it's cool. I mean, doesn't help to say I'm currently in the middle of one, does it? I was gonna tell you when you got the phone, but I was like, I haven't spoken to you, so I'll keep chatting. It's okay. I doubt anyone's gonna see it, so yeah. Oh god. I mean, fair enough. But it's okay. I probably won't need it like nearly half then, so I probably won't do it for as long. Um, so yeah, um, kind of I've reached a point at the moment where I'm coming across a lot of, I suppose, technicalities, and I'm like, I don't know what to do now. Yeah, I mean that's the whole part of it, but I'm just now I've got it. like materialize a bit like, oh, there are a lot more issues than I originally thought. But no, that's cool. I'm working for them, so small technicalities. Yes. Oh, hold on a second. What? I'm on the phone. Oh, give me 5 minutes. Duty calls. If only. Oh yeah, you do. Cool. We got to play that song together sometime. Yeah. Okay. I'll speak to you tomorrow, maybe. Okay, we'll do. All right. Bye bye. Really sorry about that. So everyone's demanding my attention at the moment, so I think I'm gonna call this here. I mean, it's just below 2 hours, but so yeah, one technicality I'm coming across is it's minor, but like where the a claw is, I don't know whether I want that moving with. That's why I was doing a lot of that. I don't know if I want it moving with it, or if it should stay in place and then just have the membrane bit move. I can't really. Don't think I can. No, not without bending it. But you know what I mean? Because technically the claw wouldn't move with it, so ideally it should just stay in place while the rest of it moves, which I might do. So yeah, but on that note, I'll probably leave this here. Yeah, so it wasn't. So some progress has been made. Like I'll do all this. I might do more tomorrow. So yeah. Actually, I have a feeling, is that me? That's no, okay. Yeah, no. So like I said, I'll focus on one, sort out the technicalities, and then I can probably just go ahead and make the second one when I have all the details done. But probably to be sure this doesn't go too crazy, I'll have like a stop point for it. So that'll work. Yeah, but yeah, I do apologize for that. Yeah, so I'll call it a night here, and we'll work on a bit more tomorrow during the day. So yeah, until next time, guys. Bye. Yes, I want to do that.